Jim was a great player, but I'm from Indiana. I know basketball.
Oh.
And so it's not really surprising that Steve Kerr agrees with me, Kristine. Steph has to be the alpha dog, the lead dog on this team to reach its full potential. There's no Steve Kerr and I are in agreement.
I'm guessing you're on the other side of that?
Well, he didn't say that. He said he needs to be more ball dominant. He didn't mean to shoot.
What does that mean to you, Jason?
Probably not as many turnovers as he had last season.
Well, no, but here's the thing. Again, I'm going to go back to this. He's only averaging 2 more points with Kevin Durant out the game. More ball dominant to me is Steph can make so many plays coming off the pick and roll that he wasn't able to do before. It's not about that with Steph. Steph got to have the ball in his hand. That doesn't mean he has to shoot more because he's going to be a threat no matter where he's at on the court. How are you going to take – you can't take everything away from Golden State. When Steph has the ball, he's going to attract defense. He can either pull up or he can make plays. If you really listen to that quote, what he's saying, he wants him to control the basketball in more situations. He didn't say shoot more. I don't need Steph to score more. I need him to be more dominant so now the defense has to respect him and he can make plays. Bam.
Okay, I'm going to bam, both of you.
Bring it back.
Because if we look at that quote, this has nothing to do with any of what you guys are saying. What he's doing is pumping up Steph Curry's confidence, and we've seen him do it before.
Need that.
He doesn't need it.
He
doesn't.
Two-time MVP.
He does. Please, you think that his shooting got so much better in KD's absence for no reason? And I can prove my point.
Okay.
I want to show you something that happened in March, a moment that was caught between Steve Kerr and Steph Curry on the bench. Here you go.
That's your shooting totals. That's your plus minus. All right, so it's not always tied together. You're doing great stuff out there. The tempo is so different when you're out there. Everything you generate for us is so positive. It shows up here, not always there, but it always shows up here. You're doing great.
Okay, wait. So why exactly would Steve Kerr be doing that unless he felt like Steph needed a little boost in confidence? And by the way, there's nothing wrong with that. Everyone can use a little back
But that's
rub.
what coaches do. He got to him, but you see Steph's body language?
Yeah.
He's like, bro, I hear you, I got you, but I'm
So
good.
you
I'm a two-time
really,
but I'm good.
You really
chill.
think the year before Kevin Durant can just leave them, that he's going to be saying that Steph's got to be the guy? That is very dangerous.
Let me answer the question. It says best player on the screen, guys. Best player, okay? Think back. Who was their best player in the biggest game of the year last year in OKC? Game 6, Klay Thompson, 41 points. Game 7 against the Cavs, who had 32, 15, and 9? Draymond Green. Steph doesn't need to be their best player. Kevin Durant and Draymond Green both are much better defenders than Steph Curry.
Exactly.
Right? Two-way players. Look, remember Game 7 last year? Steph got eaten up in the pick and roll with LeBron. It was ugly. Kevin Durant, Draymond Green.
Who was their best player? Who was the MVP when they won the championship? Was it Iguodala?
Not Steph Curry.
Was it Iguodala?
I love Steph.
But he
set up everything else, though.
They just won 14 straight with him being ball dominant and the best player on the team. They finished the season 15-1. He's the 2-time MVP. When he plays with a confidence and when he's the alpha dog, the team plays better.
Right, but Jason,
ball dominant, don't that mean alpha dog to you?
Do you think that end of the regular season is the same as the playoffs where it's a half-court game, much more physical?
No, it's different. But Steve Kerr, when you hear Steve Kerr say ball dominant, how do you translate that?
I defer to Jim, the former NBA
player.
I've never been in the huddle.
He ain't a writer. What does ball dominant mean to you?
He said we need Steph to score more. Coaches are going to say that. He didn't say. He said more ball. He needs the ball to be in his hands to make decisions.
He was basically doing one of these.
He needs him to make decisions, man.